I want to get into The Idol. I told Mandii this shit was fucking fire. She hasn't seen it, but we
probably won't see it because it got canceled and it's only 5 episodes.
But it doesn't need to be. It's finished. It's like it's a limited series.
No, it was supposed to go into season 2.
No, I mean they finished it. I'm saying they've completed it. Like it doesn't feel like you're missing anything.
Okay.
Like much like I don't know how to describe it, but
it wasn't supposed to be. They had a season 2. It was greenlit for season 2. They canceled season 2. Then there was 8 episodes. They canceled it mid-season. So now it's literally just 5 episodes.
But what I'm saying is like, sometimes we can feel left out. Like one of my favorite was Naomi Watts. I wonder if it was called, something with a G, where she was a lesbian. It was only 1 season. You don't feel like you're waiting or never going to get to see something. They found a way to close it. But so everyone knows about the sex scenes in there, right? And if you haven't heard this movie, it is from the creator of Euphoria, Sam Levinson.
Sam Levinson. Yep.
And a lot of people have gave it critiques because they believe it to be torture porn. So I want to tell you about some of the scenes that exist. And the backlash he's having is because people believe he's depicting women in his projects in a bad way, and there's excessive sex, nudity, and portraying teenagers specifically.
Okay.
They're also saying that this series is very porn-brained. For example, it is porn-brained to have an erect nipples through your shirt in the show. It is porn-brained to say stretch that tiny fucking pussy, like we saw in that clip of The Weeknd. But to me, it fell in within what they were trying to do. But I just want to tell you about some of the shit that was in there. One of the scenes, and the scene that really fucking got me, was in the first episode where she's wearing a robe. He puts the robe over her face, uses the tie to tie around her neck, where you see her mouth like having to use a little bit of air to breathe. And then he takes a knife to give her a hole to breathe, to puncture it through the rope.
Y'all know, keep them knives away from me.
Now, bitch, you got your pussy electrocuted.
That wasn't a knife.
It's still death.
Bitch, no, it's not
People
death.
die from electricity.
Okay, but it wasn't going to pierce me to where there was going to be blood, and you know I don't like blood.
She didn't bleed either.
I don't like sharp objects. Keep them away from me.
It was fucking hot. So
how you gonna say? I say I don't like knives. You say I was electrocuted. Bitch.
I'm just saying, bitch, you could have died, and she could have died. But anyway,
it was low voltage.
Okay, well, he didn't die. He only put it right at the beginning to just open the thing. So there's a scene of that, and that's when I was like, oh, I'm about to watch the rest of these episodes. Like, this shit is sexy. And when he was saying to her, like, stretch her pussy or whatever, like, it was funny, but he was basically watching her. And I love being watched. And sometimes, just gonna be honest, yes, women don't necessarily want to be, what's the word when you're gawked at?
Gawked.
No, like when they use the word a lot when a construction worker you're passing by. And you're passing by and they're like, howling and shit.
Look,
no,
I'm like, girl,
what is the word?
Harassed?
No, it's another one.
You said gawked and howling, and I like both of them words.
It's a misogynistic thing.
Girl, I know you're not asking me for words. Bitch,
oh my God.
Look at me repeating the words she done said. Yep,
y'all are listening to this shit like, bitch, it's this. Okay, whatever the word is that I can't get.
Catcalled.
Not catcalled, it's close. When a man is doing all these things to where he's treating you like you're just a thing.
Objectifying.
Yes!
Yes, bitch. Oh, not me having a word, bitch.
Damn. So,
objectifying. Okay.
I know that some people don't want to have
that just took us 35 seconds.
Whoa.
Wow.
I want to know if the niggas in the comments knew that word.
Objectifying, bitch. Yes,
Woo.
I got it. Ooh.
Okay. So it could be very objectifying to watch someone say, do this, do that, do that. And women may not like that because they feel like a piece of meat. But there are some people that might like that shit. And honestly, as a woman that's sexual and enjoys kinky things, watching that scene, like, yeah, I laughed when he said stretch the pussy thing. But the way that he was looking at her, like, yeah, because it was funny.
Wait, is that funny?
Stretch that little pussy. You didn't see that clip?
I say that.
He was funny.
So I'm not funny?
No. The way that he said...
No, I'm not funny.
And he also said cock. That's what made it funny.
So I don't say cock, but I literally be like, ooh, stretch my pussy. Stretch it, please. Just like that. Ooh,
shout out to Sexy Red. I'm trying to get my pussy.
I yell to stretch my pussy.
Oh, me
too. Stretch it open.
But the way he said it was fucking funny. Hold on. Stretch pussy weekend. Let me see if I can find it. Bitch, because that nigga said that shit. And I was like...
It didn't sound hot, though? You said it was funny? I say it's sexy.
He just was funny. I think because we know The Weeknd is The Weeknd. Maybe if he wasn't The Weeknd, we wouldn't care. But like the shit was so weird. So anyway, basically, there's another sex scene where she talks about a trauma, and this is what made me want to talk about The Idol.
Okay.
About where her mom used to hit her with a hairbrush.
Okay.
And make her do certain things. And he was like, "Oh, you're about to like take back this power," and basically use the hairbrush for spanking. And I think she spanked her own ass, if I can remember.
Oh.
And it was hot, but also weird. And some people said it was sadistic, but I was like, maybe he wanted her to have a new memory with it, bitch. I don't know. But not gonna hold you. Like, it was another thing I thought was attractive in that fucking show. And I'm curious about how far we think that sex scenes can go on TV. Because they were super vulgar. They were like really dirty. And I understand that the public is like scared to see things to that level. But I bring up 50 Shades of Grey when talking about that show because like that was supposed to be it for us.
Right.
This was it.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, maybe because we have this show and we talk in, non-traditional ways regarding sex and taboo and kinks. I enjoy it. I think that it is the parents' responsibility to make sure if they don't want their children to see it, they don't. I loved the sex scene with the two men in P-Valley specifically. It showed two masculine men using protection, having great sex. I loved what that looked like for gay sex. I will say a part of me is a little disturbed by all of the sex in Euphoria, only because they're teenagers. So to me, even though, yes, I was in high school having sex, to me, the over-sexuality of teenagers kind of bothers me, but I'm all here for adults having kinky, consensual sex on TV.
And I mean, that's really what The Idol was.